Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for a new segment that we like to call...
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
All right. Anybody knows that soundbite? Who sings that?
Stained.
Stained from what year?
2001.
So it's been actually a while since that song has come out, almost over 20 years.
The year that Bionicle debuted. WrestleMania X7. Stone Cold turned heel. 9/11 happened. It was a crazy year.
We're going to try to do, because these segments should be a little quick, but it's been a while. Pretty much is going back in time to a famous year for movies, and we have our own top 5 list from that specific year. Now, it's been a while, released in 2001, so we thought we would start with the year 2001.
Might as well. And we're going to go in a random order. We're going to choose our favorite years of movies, from obscure years to maybe things that you didn't realize came out that year, to newer years that you might have seen some underrated movies and go, oh, I didn't realize they were that new. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And our top 5, we're going to go my 5, then your 5, then my 5, then your 4, and then so on and so forth,
Okay.
unless you want to start. You want to start?
I can go ahead and start.
Go ahead. So start with your number 5, 2001.
So my number 5, 2001, and I kind of went with a personal ranking here. I'm not going objectively, but I'm doing somewhat objectively because I think these are great movies. My number 5 movie of 2001 is Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down.
The military movie. Yeah, it's the one, I'm pretty sure it's about the siege of Mogadishu in Africa.
I don't think I've finished that movie.
It's a rough one.
It's
a rough one, but it's really good. It's one, in my opinion, it's one of the better war movies ever made. It's very accurate to how the situation played out. It's intense from front to back. It's realistic to a very high degree when it comes to actual real life, how action plays out. I have nothing but praise for that movie.
Who stars in that again?
I don't think there's any major
Word.
players in that movie. I don't think
Damn.
there are.
That must have not done well then, huh?
It did well.
Oh, it did?
It did very well.
Then the actor should get some fucking roles then.
Probably, but I can't think of any major stars in that
Word.
one.
I got you. Good number 5.
I'm not going to be able to name a lot of the stars in movies. I'm not a big actor guy. When it comes to my favorite actors, yeah, but the ones,
My number 5. Same year.
Oh, really?
2001, my top 5. Number 5, Ocean's 11.
That's
The first Ocean's movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Ocean's 11.
Well, my number 4 is going to be really easy.
Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt, George Clooney. I mean, the whole
Junior from The
Gang.
Sopranos.
the whole gang, dude.
The whole gang.
Fucking one of the better. It's probably one of my first heist movies I ever watched.
Monica's dad is in that movie.
Monica. Oh yeah, from Friends, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Can't remember his name.
Ocean's 11, from start to finish, entertainment, pure entertainment. It's pure entertainment.
Is it the best heist movie ever made?
Oh, dude, I think the Ocean's franchise is probably the best heist franchise of all time.
How
probably.
many heist franchises are there?
Probably not that much.
I can't think of any. But they got the spot.
But heist movies, I don't know. I can't really, not off the top of my head, Ocean's 11 is the one I think of.
It's the best one.
There you go. Number 5.
What is Inception? It's like a mental heist?
No, that's a heist movie for
It
sure.
is a heist.
That's
It's-
a for sure heist movie.
I would say they're in contention for that spot.
Yeah. Bud is falling asleep as it does per
That's
usual.
the way she goes.
Anyway, number 5, Ocean's 11. On to your number 4.
My number 4, Ocean's 11.
It's good, dude.
It's one of those movies. I remember looking at the list of movies from 2001, and there were a couple that I was going to go, oh, yeah, I think we're going to have to go with this one. And then it ended up. Now, the one that I was going to put at number 4, I'm going to use this as my time to throw out an honorable mention because you went ahead and talked about Ocean's 11. Agree with everything he says. My honorable mention would be Mulholland Drive. David Lynch.
You know what? Never seen it.
Really?
And I've heard great things. And if I've seen it, it seems like my type of movie.
Dude, I was going to say
So-
we need to watch that possibly tonight. Might have to convince him over Gladiator.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that was my number 4. Shout out Mulholland Drive.
There's
but-
a couple of movies I haven't seen in 2001, by the way.
Really?
But if you mention them, I will bring them up. If you don't, I will say them.
Okay, I think I've got one on here that you have not seen.
So your number 4, Ocean's 11.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4, which probably should be higher for you guys, probably. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Number 4, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Understandable.
Yeah, there's just 3 movies better for me that I've seen in 2001. So, I mean, again, I was 1 year old when these movies came out, so I didn't really watch them, of course, when they first came out. So I don't really have that, I've watched The Lord of the Rings since I was birthed, dude. No, I haven't. I started watching Lord of the Rings like a couple years ago, dude. Like, I don't have that nostalgia factor. I'm not really huge in the fantasy shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
Fellowship of the Ring, number 4. I think there's 3
Understandable.
better.
I understand. I understand putting it at number 3, especially with the movies. Some of these movies that came out in 2001, I can go.
2001 is we just picked it because of the song thing.
Yeah, but it's a banger year.
But legit one of the better years.
Yeah, as we're gonna get to with this next movie, my number 3.
It's your number 4. No, number 3.
Yeah,
Because
my
you
number
started.
3.
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, so my number 3, in my opinion. Now, I love.
Am I gonna flip?
It's a great movie.
Am I gonna flip out that it's not number 1?
I don't know. In my opinion, Training Day is the 3rd best movie to come out in 2001.
I'm interested to see what movie you have over Training Day.
I've got just two,
Okay.
and like these are semi-personal picks, but I think that you could objectively say that they are better movies.
Training Day is so good, dude.
Training Day is ridiculous. I love Book of Eli. I love Man on Fire. Training Day is my favorite Denzel Washington
It's his,
movie.
in my opinion, he's had great performances.
Without a doubt.
But this one felt the most real,
Raw.
like just like, and you hate him and love him. It's so hard to have a character like that you pull off hate and love like that.
Unless you've ever played, if you've ever been on the offensive line and had an offensive line coach, that's how you feel about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Because afterwards I love him, but during it, I
my
fucking
God,
hate you,
have
dude.
no idea.
Except for Coach Jernigan. Fuck you.
Shout out to the O lineman out there. Yeah, number 3, Training Day. I have nothing bad to say about that movie.
Number 3 for me, not Training Day, Shrek.
Really?
The first Shrek came out in 2001. It's my favorite Shrek. It's my favorite one. It's better than the second one.
2001. I thought that came out in 2000.
2001.
That could have made the list. That should have made the list. Honestly.
Damn. Shrek, number 3. One of my favorite animated movies of all time. It's
Understandably.
definitely top 5 for sure. DreamWorks, it's definitely top 3. So, absolutely. Just DreamWorks hits, dude.
They
DreamWorks
do.
has the best.
Early 2000s DreamWorks to mid 2000s DreamWorks.
telling me.
Talk.
2000 2010, they were on a... What was I trying to say there?
Boston
they were on
Celtics, a tear.
I was going to say tear, but I said...
Boston
They're on a
Celtics.
tear.
Boston Celtics in the 60s level. You know what I'm saying? Just win. That's all it was.
And then win again.
And they keep going.
But yeah, number 3, Shrek for me. And on to your number 2.
My number 2, you talked about it a little bit earlier, Fellowship of the Ring. I think Fellowship of the Ring, what a way to start off a franchise. It almost looks like it was made in 2005 or 6. It looks very, very nice for 2001. It's one of the more relaxing movies ever made.
Okay, I could kind of see now why you put Training Day at number 3. Because there is one movie that is definitely better than Training Day on here from 2001. If it's not number 1 for you, I'm going to flip out, but it's whatever.
It might not be, and I went through a very I went through a list that I was just like, this is my personal list, as well as I think just objectively great movies.
But my point is, I get now, because Fellowship of the Ring is so high for you, so yeah.
I love Fellowship of the Ring. Like, I can't not love that movie. The opening scene, what got me into Lord of the Rings, I was 12 years old. The opening scene of Fellowship of the Ring where they're crafting the rings and oh my god, what's the lady's name? Galadriel. Galadriel is doing the narration about the 9
Oh yeah, at the very
kings.
beginning.
Yeah, and then the 3 elf rings.
That's how you hook motherfuckers right there.
That hooked me to the core. I have never been so, and I was set. And that's honestly one of the better opening scenes in like movie trilogy movie history. I love that movie.
Still recording?
Oh yeah. Of
Cool.
course. Oh yeah.
Sicko mode. Number 2, Fellowship of the Ring for you. My number 2, you already said it, Training Day.
Yes.
Training Day is one of the better duo movies ever. I mean, from two people, from their interactions where it's like, oh, they don't like each other, to, oh, they're working together.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, he's deeper than we think. Oh, fuck, he's actually the antagonist of the whole movie. You know, it's great. Twists and turns throughout. Ethan Hawke.
For a sports movie, the plot is ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry, sports movie. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, the cops.
Because training.
Yeah, training.
Yeah. But no, for a crime movie, it feels real as it can be. That you can get, you know what I mean? So, Ethan Hawke in that movie, underrated performance. And everybody talks about Denzel. Ethan Hawke in that movie, underrated performance,
I'm not really
man.
an Ethan Hawke guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's his best performance, too. So when you have two pretty decent actors, in my opinion, having their best performances, you're going to have a great fucking movie.
I mean, yeah, when you got two people actually pulling the best out of their career, yeah, it's hard to beat.
And it just sucks because Ethan Hawke got overshadowed by, of course, Denzel in that movie. But it is what it is.
Because Denzel had a more powerful voice in the movie. You know what I'm
Well, no,
saying?
he's just a more interesting character a little bit, too. We
yeah.
root for Ethan Hawke, obviously. But interesting-wise, it's like
Denzel.
we don't know where Denzel's heading,
Lord.
you know?
So it's time for the number 1 movie.
Number 1, okay. Man, I hope we have the same. I hope we
don't
have the same.
think it will be. I don't know if
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen this one.
Oh, well then definitely not then. We definitely don't have the
If
same.
you have seen it,
Wow,
and
you
if
don't have this on the top 5 is crazy. But
it's
go ahead.
my number one movie of 2001.
Does it start with a D?
Personal, It does not. Oh, it does start with the D actually. Donnie
Yeah,
Darko.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it
No,
yet.
so-
That is, in my opinion, the best movie to come out in that year. It's also my favorite. The plot, the storyline, the way that you would like it because if you're a Christopher Nolan fan, you would like this movie. This is like a Christopher Nolan movie made in 2001, psychological thriller. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. Please go watch it. It's young Jake Gyllenhaal as Donnie Darko. He sees like the future. It's ridiculous. He's like paranoid, schizophrenic. It tells the story
Should we
through
watch
his
that one?
perspective. If you guys wanted to, it's dark though. It's like it's
Fuck
not
it.
Gonna, you're not gonna. You're gonna feel the same way you did coming out of No Country for Old Men, but like less angry, just more like, oh, jeez, fuck.
As long as it wraps up characters, I don't care how it
Oh,
ends.
it wraps it up. Like
Okay.
it wraps it up.
So number 1, Donnie Darko. Haven't seen it. Another one that I haven't seen that I've heard a lot of great things about, and it's on every like top 10 list from 2001, is A Beautiful Mind.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know if you were gonna have that number 1. I thought I thought it was most likely gonna be Donnie Darko, but yeah.
It's that movie. It's one of them ones.
Can you guess my number 1? It's pretty easy if you think about what I like. It's in my top 5 movies of all time.
You
so.
might have to shoot. I'm blanking.
Memento.
Oh, what? Oh yeah. What?
You didn't put it in your top 5. It's despicable that you didn't. Absolutely
For some reason, I thought that
despicable.
movie came out in 1999.
2001.
Man.
March 16th, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it.
2001.
I believe it. Yeah, Memento is one of those movies that you have to watch once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, maybe even 5 times. And if you don't like it, it's probably because you just don't understand it.
Dude, man, it just here's the thing with people not understanding shit is that you don't actually let yourself get to that place of absolutely being enthralled into. I don't know if enthralled is a word.
Enthralled.
Just involved. Enveloped, I don't know, just in the story,
Enthralled
man.
and enveloped.
Just absolutely in that story where everything comes natural, right? If you are so into a movie, everything's coming natural, and if you're so into that movie, you actually, the way the story is told, you actually get, you start to think that you have his fucking disease.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It makes you feel crazy.
It's insane. It's one of the better stories, the way a story's been told I've ever seen. And the twist is great at the end, as all Christopher Nolan twists are. It's just so fucking good. It's one of my top 5 movies ever made. I think it's number 3 or 4.
Fair.
I think it's 4, actually.
Fair.
So, but yeah, top 5 from 2001. 2001, a great year for not only movies, but of course,
Life in general.
it's been a while.
Nothing bad.
Music as well.
Nothing bad happened in 2001.